Hey guys, just gonna have a bit of a look at some of the weapons in one of the mods, especially one of the heavy Gauss weapons. I had a bit of a go at it was a war zone or a can't remember which mission it was, but I've been playing this for a little while. I've got I'll show you what I'm up to. So I'm level 12. Haven't done a lot of the story. I've just been playing random missions, just enjoying the mercenary life, flying around, causing trouble, defending, I don't know, some people, and destroying others. I've got quite a range of mechs, sort of building up my preferred assault mechs. Haven't actually got some of them yet. I haven't ventured over far enough. As I said, I've just been playing random missions. I'm not really in a hurry to finish the story missions or anything. Yeah, so I've got a couple of. I've got one Atlas in there. Banshee, pretty good mech. Got a lot of laser, a lot of energy hard points. I've got quite a few mods in my game. None I think make it easier. It's mainly just to add a bit more variety, make it a bit more similar to the other MechWarrior games. And I don't know much about the lore of MechWarrior, but apparently it's more lore accurate. I've got some like HUD mods. I've got like more weapons, so like heavy, light, medium Gauss rifles, ERMs, ERS, that sort of thing. And also the hard points. It's not a limited hard point, so it's like a small hard point would only take a small weapon. Now it'll take any size, and it's really, you just have to focus on your tonnage. So that kind of, I guess it adds a bit more freedom to the mechs, as far as the, which hard points are in the arms, which hard points are on the torso, and takes away some of that disadvantage, I guess, on like mechs like the Blackjack here, which has a lot of hard points in the arms. So there's still only 2 in the torso, but yeah, it just makes it a bit less dangerous, I guess. And obviously, you're still putting things in your arms anyway, because there's only energy hard points in the torso. So there's not a great deal of disadvantage or advantage. I have got one that alters some of the hero mechs. I like the idea of the hero mechs, the rare mechs that you find around. This is one I picked up earlier, Kintaro Hero Mech. Just a massively overpowered mech that, I think it's a medium mech, that just destroys anything up close. Obviously, you have to get up close if you've got SRMs. Would be a nice LRM beast as well, but I just like running in, just kind of sneaking in behind and smashing the back of the mechs with this one. Generally, I'll take that in with 3 assault mechs or heavy mechs if it's a lower tonnage limit. Yeah, it's only 55 tons, and yeah, just got five missile hard points and 3 energy hard points, and I've added the AMS. It seems to make a difference because it does lack a bit in armor, and you can get damaged quite heavily, but the repairs generally aren't that expensive. And yeah, I haven't lost limbs or anything like that. I've been fairly lucky. Generally, I can back away, and towards the end of a mission, I can sort of just hopefully get my lance mates to dispatch of the last ones. Another one of note is the Firestarter. I might just bring him up. So I don't have any weapons on. This is a legendary. This is the hero. Sorry, the hero Firestarter. It's probably my favourite lighter mech. So it's only 35 tons, but it has a lot of hard points. Obviously 4 ballistic and 4 energy. Really great to, as a fun mech, put in 4 machine guns and 4 flamers, and it's just insanely fun running around in circles, cooking opponents. I think I've taken down a couple of assault mechs with this thing, but I have taken down lots of heavy mechs just by running around in circles and causing them to overheat while my lance mates take pot shots at him from, or her, from outside. What else have I got here that is of note? The crab, people don't particularly like the crab, obviously because the hard points are fairly easy to hit, but I've found it a good sort of all-rounder, just as a support mech for lighter tonnage missions, and just got the 4 energy hard points, this one, but the repairs are fairly cheap as well, for some reason. This Stalker's pretty good as a support mech, not real fast, but obviously 85 tons. I've got it as a support mech, 2 LRMs, 2 SRMs, and 2 PPCs. The Lancemates, the AI controlled Lancemates, need a little bit of working around, and that one seems to be a fairly good support mech. It will favour the LRMs at times if you place them in the right spots, and I've worked out a few different strategies that make it work in your favour. I haven't spent much time with these ones. The Wolverine, I just picked that one up as salvage, so 111. So it's only 3 hard points. I can't see myself using that. And there's 5 hard points on the Zeus. It does have 64 kilometers an hour, which is nice. I do like the Battle Masters, even though I have heard some people complain that the Battle Masters aren't great for. They're not great for turning, the amount of the torso twist. It's not great, but I haven't had too much trouble with it. I do like the fact that it's 64 kilometers an hour speed, just 48, and obviously the larger ones, the really big ones, are only like 32 or something. It's just painfully slow, and I do like moving around. It's funny, this one has, the Battlemaster, the regular one, has 7 energy hard points, 2 ballistic and 1 missile, and this one has no ballistic, 6 energy and 3 missile. So you can create a fairly good mech with this one for just brute force. Obviously, I've played around with putting 3 SRMs in here, and then a range of like medium lasers, or a couple of PPCs, and 3 lots of SRM 6s. Really good mech for outright power and a good speed. The mech I'm going to look at this mission is the Warhammer. I believe it's a heavy mech. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure I can find out this way. So yeah, Warhammer's a heavy mech, so 70 tons, and I think it's probably one of the better heavy mechs, just for brute force. The amount of power it has. I'll just show you the setup I have here. I have I think it's more weapons or something, one of the mods. I have a heavy Gauss, and I've tried it out. It's 28.5 damage and a reasonably good rate of fire. 18 tons though, in a 70 ton mech, makes it pretty hard to add anything else with any punch. So I've actually added 6 medium lasers, either tier 3 or tier 4, or sorry, I think that's tier 5 and tier 4. And yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's very powerful actually. That Gauss is very satisfying. The Blackwell Arms Thunder Fist. So this is a tier 3, and I've only got, I think I've got 36 rounds. So it's really for that certain shot that you're going to get. I've been working with drawing the AI lances towards my lance mates, and then coming in from behind and actually starting to pop them off from behind. It does take a little bit of patience, but it has been working fairly well, even against the heavier mechs. So we'll jump in and see how it goes. Hey, so yeah, I've got my Warhammer, and then I've got an awesome Black Knight and a Stalker. So 2 assault mechs, 2 heavy mechs. We're 5 tons under, and I've got a range of LRMs and PPCs, and yeah, just a few close range lasers. But I'm hoping I can have these guys positioned in a spot where they can stand back a little bit and take preference to their ranged weapons, while I sneaky run up and see if I can take out the the mechs from behind, hit those plates of armor on the back.
We are walking right into the thick of it, Commander. Help each other hold back the tide of the enemy.
Big fan of the war zones, just because they offer so much freedom. The mechs don't annoy you as much because they're they're not causing as many problems with where they're placed. They're not destroying your base that they're supposed to be protecting. They're kind of just, working to their strength, working to the AI's strength. I don't mind assassinations. Demolitions are fine, but it's a little bit, kind of reminds me of Red Faction, a little bit. Red Faction Guerrilla, which is a great game, but you're just wrecking the buildings, and it's a bit...
Reposition complete. Waiting for orders, Commander.
Not boring. It's not boring. It's just, I guess, hard to say. It's just... It doesn't work to the favour of the game. I think MechWarrior has always been about the combat. It's always been about the mechs and mechs fighting each other, choosing loadouts, and the demolition sort of, to me, it doesn't really bring out the best. They've changed the difficulty a little bit in the updates, and it's a little bit more difficult. You can end up... I have actually been killed a couple of times. Well, not killed, but I've had to, whatever you do, you pop out of your mech. So I'm waiting for these guys to come. I'm being patient. This may seem counterproductive. I've seen most people just jump straight in, but I'm noticing that AI will attract the opponents, and then you can kind of hit them where it hurts when they're not expecting it. It might be a bit of a flaw in the programming, but you certainly have to work around a lot of flaws, or a lot of oddities in the in your own lance mates. So I figure it evens out the playing field a little bit by using this thing. See, I haven't fired a shot, so they're not aiming at me, and I'm preserving my valuable Gauss rounds for when I get a guaranteed hit, and hopefully you will see me destroy a mech. Might take a shot at this guy. I'm getting impatient. I'll take a shot with the lasers first. So I've got my 6 lasers. Okay, that finished the cicada off anyway. So I can pretty much just have a go here. So now I've taken a shot. There we go, 2 shots and he's dead. So that was only a small mech. And this annoying locust usually is better with lasers. So I'm just group firing the lasers. Got a lot of double heat sinks in this thing, and yeah, it's pretty good for heat. Here we go. So they're coming from the other side, so this might work out pretty well. And each lance, if you don't fire a shot, you can kind of be patient with where you place yourself before you start. The other thing is I've got the magnifying glass, or the extended range on, and it's very similar to MechWarrior 4, which is quite nice. Still takes a bit of getting used to. There you go, 1 shot. So that's with the heavy Gauss. Both then. There we go. So that's 6 lasers and 1 heavy Gauss in your face. Okay, so they're spawning at a spot that's a little bit on the close side, but it's giving my lance a opportunity to use their long range weapons, and they're doing it quite effectively. Let's see. Okay, so we're within range. Go. So you can see the light mechs, the medium mechs, just are not a challenge at all for this loadout. Okay, so I'm in trouble here because they're going to land right where I am.
Looks like you've got their attention. I'm showing multiple
Shit.
hostiles incoming on your position.
Just walk straight over that mech. So, if I don't fire a shot here, they should be focused on my lance, and not on me for the start, which gives me an opportunity. I know for some reason they are looking at me. Now, so I'm going to look at this big guy. What is he? Phoenix Hawk. I'm going to hit him in the back if I can. Oh, hang on. This is too easy. Move my mouse a little bit then. There we go. Oh, he's still alive. Come on. Die. Okay, so...
Enemy destroyed.
Right, Phoenix Hawks. Not sure who to aim at. Ah, come on. What's going on? I'm stuck on a rock. Okay. That did quite a lot of damage. Finish him. There we go. As soon as the cicada turns.
Additional bogies setting an intercept course on
So you see
your
my heat's
position.
fine, 6 medium lasers, and I haven't gone close to overheating. It says this heavy Gauss, the power drops off at about 180 meters, so it's not a long range weapon as such, but you can see it does pack a punch when getting close. So I can easily fire the lasers at this range if I want. I don't want to be as patient. I'll get in close and see if I can. Go, got him right in the back. Right, I can turn.
Good work, Commander. He's going to crit.
Sure, he's going to rip his arm off. Come on, go. There we go. Come on. Centurion. Come on, show me your back. So, I'm obviously in the thick of it here. I'm getting hammered by a few different things, but should be right to finish the mission.
Amazing, Commander. Nice kill. It's even going critical.
My scope is lighting up with more targets
might just
converging on your position, Commander.
back away.
Stay frosty.
Be a bit more patient here. So hopefully they don't fire at me. For some reason they don't fire at you unless you take the first shot. Apparently in some of the story missions that doesn't happen, but it just gives you a chance to get into a better tactical position.
Target is down.
I might just take a pot shot from here.
Target acquired.
So it's still really dangerous, even from a distance. So I really do prefer to keep moving. So that's a Jaeger mech. It's got some AC5s and an AC2s, so that's a pretty dangerous mech there. Really need to take him out. The power does drop off. I've taken 4 shots. It's Black Knight's giving me shits as well. Headshot, please. Go. Okay, so he's backing away. He's got half his weapons missing. Let's get him.
Enemy destroyed.
Here we go. Okay, and the annoying cicada as usual. Not sure how they're being so
Target acquired.
bashful. So they're... My Black Knight's taking not much damage. My Stalker has taken a fair bit. I might just get him to go back a bit. Okay. Right. So low ammo. I've got 7 shots left on the Gauss. Last time I really actually had
converge on your location.
had ammo left, so trying to time it. Oh, there we go. So 26 out of 26, we've finished. I've taken a lot of damage just been in the thick of it all, but it's only a heavy mech, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you don't die. I think I've lost one medium laser. I'm not fussed. I've had a bit of fun doing this mission. And
New target acquired.
definitely took out a lot of mechs for a heavy mech. Short work. I might as well use my remaining oh jeez. This isn't going well. Bit of breathing now. This one's taking a lot more punishment than I expected.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Alright, I better go.
Target acquired.
Ah, those torso lasers. These cicadas are difficult.
And depleted.
Alright. Come on. It's time for you to go. Alright, I'm being absolutely destroyed here. I better go. I just had a look at my damage. I'm going to be lucky to make it back to my ship. Come on.
Target.
This guy here is going to kill me if I take him out.
Target acquired.
Come on.
On your target.
Attack my target, quick. I'm going to die. I've got to take him out. This got interesting.
Has spotted additional bogies, heading along a trajectory that intersects
I was having so
your
much
position.
fun, I forgot about my mech. Anyway, I don't usually go that carelessly into a mission. Now, I've got to just not fire at them and get back to this spot here.
You're clear to
My
board
gosh.
at Mech Bay number 1. Welcome back.
Just made it. Look, I've lost 4 lasers. That was silly. They were 4 tier 3 lasers. It's a shame. Anyway, you can see that heavy Gauss is very powerful. And it's great for one-shots, headshots, like Gauss rifles should be. And the 6 medium lasers really works well as well. Okay, so I've changed the. I've got a mod for the salvage, so it, so you get more mechs like the old games. You get, you still have to have a limited amount of points anyway, and it just gives you a more chance to pick up some mechs instead of just heat sinks and things like that. What have I got here? So I can get a Black Knight, a couple of Jaeger, or a few Jaeger mechs, Shadowhawk, cicadas, tons of cicadas, Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, that Black Knight, even though it's 19 points, I may actually add that into my arsenal. And that'll be it for the mechs. I'll have to pick up some ammo and weapons and things. There's a lot of variety here. You can see there's different brands and things. It's really added a lot to the game as far as fun goes. So that's a pretty good end value. I took a lot of damage, 886,000. That was silly. I don't usually take that much damage. 156 for the Stalker. He was a bit close, but he did took out 2 mechs. The damage from these guys was pathetic. 300 points, 356. At least the Stalker did 770 damage. I did 1600 and took out 16 mechs out of a total 18 mechs. So yeah, it's some of these lance mates are just very passive. I'm going to go into one of the red areas and pick up some more Lance mates that have higher rankings. It's nearly time for Freeman to go. Probably already is, but there we go. So let's see the damage. See, yeah, that's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4 lasers. Luckily that Gauss didn't go. I would be very upset if that happened. But anyway, all in the name of fun. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Okay, see ya.